What's up, y'all? It's popping this D. About to react to this video by Omar Gosh TV. This is Man is Living in 2027 and Human Race is Gone. Video proof. I had a few people asking me to react to this, and at first I was like, I ain't watching this. This is clearly a troll video. But then I looked at a few of the comments, and I was like, oh, wait. Something might be going on here. I don't know. So let's see what he's talking about. Let's watch.
What if you woke up one day to the terrifying reality that you were the only one left on Earth?
That would be so boring. Like, I am legend. Can I get a dog?
Meet Javier, aka Único Sobreviviente, which means lone survivor. He claims to have woken up in a hospital with no recollection of who he was. When he wakes up, he notices that there's no nurses, no doctors, nobody in the hospital at all. When he goes outside to investigate, there's no cars moving, nobody on the streets, not even a bird flying in the air.
This is how a lot of zombie movies.
Now he's recording all of these videos, and people are asking so many questions, including myself. At first glance, when you watch these videos, they're very entertaining. You're like, oh, he must be recording them early in the morning. Maybe he did it during one of the lockdowns, so he just filmed a bunch of videos and he's just releasing them now. But that's not so. The more I watched, the more I became scared. If you've ever watched movies like I Am Legend, shows like The Walking Dead, you know that there's a lot of money involved in those production sets. Millions of dollars on CGI to make it look like the world is desolate. Now, Javier's only using his phone to film and uploading these videos, barely edited, onto TikTok. And he lives in a very big city. Now, as he starts getting his memory back, he remembers that he was in 2021. When he looks at computers, looks at his phone, everything is exactly the same as 2021, except all the dates on every electronic device is saying 2027. He realizes that there's some sort of connection between 2021 and 2027. He still has access to the internet, and he's even shown different locations, exact coordinates to where he's at, and leaving things. This is something like a parallel world, a different dimension, but a connection from 2027 where he's at and 2021. What I find rather fascinating and unique is he's going to these places that are populated, and that's what makes me wonder, like, did he really do this during lockdowns and just leave those things there and then have this master plan of people finding them later on? You're not going to want to miss this because the story gets even crazier. And I know what you're thinking, like, this cannot be real. There is something that he's doing, maybe some virtual reality, maybe some tricks with his camera, maybe he's paying people. Valencia, Spain is huge. It's home to about 2.5 million people. When you see some of these videos, even during lockdowns, you can see birds in the air. You can see, I mean, this is, you know, of course, other videos that people are posting of where he's been. There are people there, very crowded areas. I put myself in his shoes, like, he's probably really scared. He's by himself. What would you do? Think about it. I mean, this surpasses every fear. Imagine being all alone. Us human beings, like, we have a connection. We have a connection to other people, to animals. We need that connection. We need those relationships.
I ain't convinced.
Nobody around. You're alone. If something happens to you, like, that's it. It's just you. Now, this is where it gets interesting. There's followers of his on his TikTok videos requesting certain locations for him to go and explore and to show that there's no one there. We're not just talking about regular places. These are historic landmarks in Valencia, Spain. Churches, hospitals, even a soccer stadium. Some have argued that he's going early in the morning, but he continues to prove people wrong. In this video, Javier shows a comment on the screen, and the comment says this: all your videos are made super early in the morning at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. when there's no one around. He then goes with this comment on the screen to a heavily populated part of the city with a clock, a public clock, and shows that the time is 5:46 p.m. I think that's military time. And I don't know about you, I mean, here in America at 5 o'clock, it's rather busy. People are just getting out of work. That's considered rush hour.
So he able to communicate with us now? got drones in? I don't know. This is, I'm not convinced. I'm just not.
Now, this is Javier's TikTok page. I encourage you to go check it out. Give him a follow. Let him know that Omar sent you. Now, when I first came across this TikTok page, you know, I was like, it's all in Spanish. Now, luckily for me, I know how to read Spanish. I mean, yeah, Spanish was my very first language. Fun fact about your boy Omar Gosh TV here. There's some things that I don't know. I would say English is my primary language. Okay, so this person pretty much says go inside of an airport. I understand that there's maybe some travel restrictions here and there, but I don't know. I mean, it even shows flights there and it shows the times. And, I mean, this place is just completely empty. Lights flickering there. This person said they'll give him $500,000 if they do that. You know, he goes into the bathroom, completely empty. Somebody here in the comments of that video said, why don't you go into an airplane? And I think it's great. I think it's really fun looking at some of the comments. Grab a video passing through the river or passing by the river. And I mean, you can see there's no cars on the streets, nobody walking around. I mean, I don't even see birds in the sky. I mean, pay attention and see if you see any birds in the sky. I mean, I'm looking. I've been looking. You guys might be able to help me on this. I mean, I don't understand. So somebody says to go to a Mercedes dealership and grab a Mercedes. So he finds this key right here, and I guess he's looking around to see what car this key belongs to, and he finds it. It's right outside. I mean, how was he able to do this upon request? Somebody requested him to go to a Mercedes dealership, and look, he's driving the car. He's the only one on the street. And this looks like dusk. There's somebody in the comment of this video saying, I'm starting to believe that what you're going through is real now. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm believing it too. This guy is trapped in another dimension, not just in time, but you know, some sort of connected world. Except there's nobody in his world but him. And this one right here, he goes to the Palacio de Marquez, and they said they'll give him $500,000, and he's in there, a place that would be very busy, usually filled with people. Nobody there. Busy city. No security guards. Nobody. Anyways, let's move on to the next. In this video, he has some keychains, still looking around for birds. Don't see any. But he hides this keychain and leaves a latitude and longitude location right on the screen for somebody to find this. Being that there's a connection between 2027 and 2021, if he leaves something behind, somebody's gonna find it. Hides it in a tree. I mean, this is fascinating. Either that or, I mean, this guy is a pro when it comes to editing and special effects. But
he might be.
What makes this crazy, I mean, you can still see nobody in the background. But let's go to the next clips here. People are actually sharing that they found his keychain with the coordinates that he gave them. Now, this person is also showing that the area that he was in is a populated area. You can see people walking their dogs. You can see people jogging, having picnics, and there it is. There's the keychain right there. He put a note there for them. This guy is in shock. Here's another one right here.
I don't understand.
Guy found it. I mean, did he go out early in the morning when nobody was around and film these shots right before he posted the video? I don't know. I don't know.
That's the part that's really not making sense. Why would you be able to leave something somewhere and then we can access it today? So anything that you touch, we can access it in 2021, even though you're in 2027. Like, that part is not making sense.
That's what makes this so cool. This one right here, somebody tells him, why don't you go to the subway? Nobody there. Nobody at the subway. And I don't know if you've seen that shot of him walking in. It's still daytime. How is there nobody around? I mean, I know that there's some lockdowns in certain countries, but there's still people doing things. There's still people out there. Maybe he has some connections to, I mean, I know that when the lockdowns were first happening, I mean, you can get arrested for being in some parts of certain cities, you know, depending on where you're at. I mean, he's walking around and there's nobody around. I mean, look, he just gets right past the gate. Don't need your Metro card, bud. Nope, nope. A lot of these videos, people are challenging him to go to certain places. On this one,
and I don't know if I'm in 2027, like, and I'm the only person in the world. I don't know if I would be on TikTok the whole fucking time, just filming, trying to prove to people that I'm in 2027. If I had some type of connection to 2021, I would be trying to communicate with 2021, like, bruh, somebody help me, I'm stuck. Like, y'all contact some niggas. Like, I would be frantic. You feel me? If this is really occurring, I would be, you know, scared and like talking. I would be showing my face, like, look, I'm here. I need help. Y'all need to talk to some people, contact some people, like, help me. You feel me? There would be a bit more concerned with me being trapped in 2027. But it seems like he's just more so trying to convince people that, look, everything's empty. Oh, look at this. Y'all want me to go and film this here? Okay, I'm going here. Like, it just seems like an odd priority to get your TikTok popping.
Somebody challenged him,
proving to us that you actually in 2027.
See if you can find some information about yourself, maybe some paperwork. So he goes to the hospital. I mean, this is his vision of when he woke up in the hospital and he didn't know where he was.
Why is he not talking?
That had been so confusing. Nobody around, and you can clearly see there's nobody around. And it says here that he found some paperwork on him, and he shows it. I guess he found that necklace too, but it says his name there. Somewhere it does say the date too. Yeah, 2021. Weird. Okay, this one by far has to be probably my favorite for good reason. It's scary. He goes to the zoo. I don't know. I mean, did they take the animals out of the zoo? And still, like, how was he able to have access to a zoo? You can see they still have fountains running. I still don't see birds in the sky. This looks like an area where there would probably be maybe some chimpanzees, some large cats, maybe an elephant or two. There's no animals at the zoo. They all disappeared. That was probably where the gorillas were. Bigfoot. But yeah, there's no animals. Where'd the animals go? Is this an abandoned zoo? It looks pretty kept up. The lawn is freshly mowed. The landscape looks nice. I mean, as you could see in the earlier shots, the fountains were on in the water.
That's also the other thing that's suspicious. Why is everything so kept up?
This one's pretty cool.
Niggas
So
need to
he
water
asks
shit.
Alexa,
Es domingo, 21 de marzo de 2027.
March 21st on a Sunday, 2027. Alexa said it.
No, because Alexa said it. I cannot.
Okay, this was one that definitely made me scratch my head. I thought that this was a good idea, whoever wanted him to do this. They said to go to a police station. This is what I find weird. He has a key to get inside the police station. Like, I mean, maybe he found the key outside. I don't know.
That's weird.
One of the police cars is running, too. I don't know if he goes inside the police station or he tries to go in. But as you can see, there's nobody in there. I mean, cops usually freak out if you're trying to break into the police station. And yeah, this police car is running and he gets in. Maybe it was running for days. I don't know. That's why I find this one a little peculiar. Let me know in the comments what you think. During lockdowns, schools closed. they're still closed. There are a lot of schools in the United States here where people are being homeschooled, kids are being homeschooled. But, I mean, shouldn't there be maybe like a janitor there? Or maybe somebody gave them access to go into the school? I mean, these are possibilities. I'm not ruling that out. But this person said they'd give him $1 million if he went into a school. Now, maybe it's
what he gonna do with it if he the only nigga?
People that comment on his videos are from Spain or close by, so they may know, or maybe they feel like it's really hard to get into some of these schools. And you can see he's in there and it's empty. Enter the Mestalla a la Cancha. I don't know, I think that's their football team, aka soccer stadium in Valencia, Spain. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Don't get upset with me. But he's walking around this stadium like he owns the place, opening up doors. I mean, you can see there's nobody there. I mean, maybe soccer's not in season right now. Possibly. There goes all the players, all their lockers. It's their locker room. And he comes across some merch there. I mean, I don't know, maybe one of the people that run the place. But this is cool right here. Like, he gets to go inside of the stadium. There's not one person there. You don't see any birds in the air again. It's a very open space. Some people say that was a drone floating in the sky.
Not the music, but the whole, this little shit too. The vibe is very Twilight Zone-ish.
Now, there's a side of me that really believes, it's the science fiction in me, because I love science fiction movies, and this is something out of a movie. I mean, when you watch his videos, you can't help but to feel like you're there with him. You're alone in these videos. Like, he's barely talking, he's moving around, and you feel like you're in his world alone. It's actually kind of cool. But at the same time, you feel bad for him. He's by himself. Like I said, we're human. We need connections with people. I would miss my family. I'd miss my mom, my dad, my children, my pets. I mean, we don't realize how much those relationships matter to us. Being alone, that'd be terrible. I usually don't do videos like this. If you're new to my channel,
I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm not convinced personally. I didn't feel in my spirit that this was authentic at all. You feel me? I trust my spirit and my gut feeling, and I just didn't get the vibe that this was real. Just because we don't have an answer as to how he's doing this doesn't mean that, that automatically means it's real, because how can you explain it? There's a quote, I could be saying this quote wrong, but everything is impossible until it's possible. So I don't know what type of editing could be done. There are so many realistic movies that show this exact same thing. And I mean, like he said, usually that comes with a movie budget and they have to pay millions of dollars to get it to look that realistic. But we don't know how advanced this particular guy is. Maybe he really is good at this type of shit. I don't fucking know. I don't know how this shit works, okay? But I am not going to immediately be like, oh my God, this is real, because I don't know how it works and I can't explain it, so I'm going to automatically say this is real. You feel me? So, I mean, it could be the case. I'm not completely counting it out at all. I'm just personally not convinced. I would have to get a bit more evidence. And like I said, it just doesn't seem like the rational thing to do, to hop on TikTok and keep trying to prove to people that you're in 2027 in this manner. If anything, if I was trying to prove to people that I was stuck in 2027, like I said, I would be frantic, like showing my face and talking like, look, like, somebody find me. Is my body still in 2021? Like, help. Like, I would be freaking out. Most people would. So it just seems like a weird response to being stuck in 2027. So that's also like making me very suspicious. But it still was a very interesting video nonetheless. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see you on the next one.